Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders at Great Millstone, who rule and teach well, and peace and salutations to the elect, the 1/3 that's pushing his truth in all truth and sincerity. To you brothers that say shalom, and shalom to you few sisters that's listening and learning. Okay, and I wanted to get into a lesson, and get this from RT News. Lord willing, this is edifying. All right. This is from RT News. It says, Turkish President Erdogan says he can't harm relations with Russia by ditching S-400 on Trump's demand. I'm going to continue on. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has asserted that he won't yield to U.S. President Donald Trump's demand to stop the purchase of Russia's S-400 air defense system. I'm going to continue on. The deal is too important to Ankara's friendship with Moscow. Despite the protestations of Washington, Turkey, a NATO member, took delivery of its first shipment of the Russian-made S-400 air defense system in July. That's right, so we're starting to see, the beast hating the whore. Okay, and we know that the whore is America, which is Babylon the Great. Okay, but you see right here, that Turkey is a member, of NATO. Okay, and we know that the beast, okay, is NATO. Okay, but we know that this beast, is going to turn against this whore. Okay, the allies of America, which is Babylon the Great, will turn against this place, man. Okay, you're seeing a lot of in-house fighting right now, man. All right, the scriptures go into it about if Satan be divided against Satan, how shall his kingdom stand? Roughly paraphrasing. Okay, and we're starting to see, this in-house fighting, between, NATO members, man. Okay, they're in disagreements. Okay, you're seeing that the Turkish President Erdogan, is doing, what he wants to do, man. Okay, despite, what the leaders of America, which is Babylon the Great, has to say about it, man. Okay, but we're starting to see the beast hating the whore, man. Okay, so I'm going to read this again. It says, despite the protestations of Washington, Turkey, a NATO member, again, so we know Turkey being a part of NATO, they're a part of the beast, man. Okay. I'm going to continue on. Took delivery of his first shipment of the Russian-made S-400 air defense system in July. After a meeting with Erdogan on Wednesday, Trump told reporters that Ankara's acquisition of the S-400 creates some very serious challenges for us. Yet no agreement was reached on limiting or canceling the purchase. Erdogan said on Thursday that Trump had attempted to convince him to walk away from the deal with Moscow, but he refused. We currently have a bilateral relationship with Russia. He told reporters upon his return to Turkey, we cannot set aside our strategic relation. Okay. And, with Turkey, being a part of NATO, and them having deals and agreements with Russia. Okay. That's causing conflict, man. Okay, because we're starting to see, the rise in tensions, between Russia, and America, which is Babylon the Great. Okay, I'm gonna continue on. Trump's proposal was an infringement on our sovereign rights. Turkish broadcaster NTV quoted Erdogan as saying, I'm going to continue on. The Turkish president's decision to press ahead with the S-400 purchase saw it booted out of the F-35 fighter program in July. And that's right. And that's what happened. Okay. Because the leaders of America, which is Babylon the Great, they're not going to allow Turkey, to have the F-35, the F-35s and the S-400s from Russia. Okay. They can't have both, man. Okay. I'm going to continue on. It says NATO officials were worried that jointly operating the alliance jet with the Russian air defense system could compromise the fighter's stealth technology. That's right. So we're starting to see, the reason, behind, America's leaders, not wanting Turkey to have these S-400s and the F-35. Okay, because it can compromise the fighter jet's stealth technology. Okay, the leaders of Russia, can have access, to how these F-35s work, man. Okay, I'm going to continue on. While the Trump administration likely viewed the suspension as leverage to push Erdogan away from the Russian missiles, Erdogan teased about the possibility of buying Russian-made Sukhoi, select if I mispronounce it, fighters instead of the F-35s before departing for Washington. That's right, so that goes to show you that they don't have to go to America, which is Babylon the Great, for fighter jets. Okay, they can go to Russia, and get these Russian-made fighters instead of the F-35s. Okay, and I wanted to get something else real quick from this other article that I had from Air Force Times. Okay, and I'm gonna read down on it real quick. Okay. This is from Air Force Times, and it says the technical risk. If Turkey acquired the S-400 alongside the F-35, the technology that makes the aircraft lethal could potentially be compromised. That's right. I'm going to read that again. It says the technical risk. If Turkey acquired the S-400 alongside the F-35, the technology that makes the aircraft lethal could potentially be compromised. And I'm going to continue on. I'm going to read down, and it's going to go into why. All right, it says NATO states use a tactical data link that allows military aircraft and even ships and ground troops to share their tactical pictures in near real time. This is called Link 16. NATO aircraft also use identification friend or foe systems known as IFF to identify friendly aircraft in the sky. An IFF and Link 16 interrogator would have to be integrated into the S-400 system to allow the Turkish F-35. That's right, and we know that's unlikely to happen, man. Okay, because we know that Turkey, is a part of NATO, and Russia is not a part of NATO. Okay, so we know, the possibility, of the IFF and the Link 16 interrogator, being integrated in the S-400 system. That's unlikely to happen, man. Okay, like I was going into, Russia is not a part of NATO, man. Okay, so I'm gonna continue on. It says an IFF and Link 16 interrogator would have to be integrated into the S-400 system to allow the Turkish F-35 with the transporter to fly within lethal range of the S-400. Okay, so that would have to happen, for the F-35 to even be able to fly, within the range of the S-400. Okay, and I'm going to continue on. It says this opens up all Link 16 and IFF tactical data link equipment to be compromised. A former radar and it says a former radar and weapons expert said on background, with the F-35 flying in close proximity to the S-400 system, over time you could collect sensitive stealth characteristics of this F-35 and learn its detailed stealth capabilities, the expert said. And that's what the leaders of the United States, don't want. Okay, they don't want Russia to have access to that, man. Okay, but with Turkey having the S-400 and the F-35, that it is compromised. Okay, it'll be compromised by that happening, man. Okay, so matter of fact, I'm gonna get what else I had. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get this in the scriptures, okay? Because that was pretty much, the point of what I wanted to get on the article, but we're starting to see, America's allies turning against them, okay? So I'm gonna get this in Ezekiel 38, okay? All right, this is Ezekiel 38, verse 1. And the word of the Lord Yahawah came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog. That's right. And we know Magog is a son of Japhet, but we know the Russians are dwelling in that land today. Okay, so we know it's talking about Russia. I'm going to continue on. The chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahawah, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Verse 4, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. That's right, and we know the Lord is stirring up the hatred in these Russians, preparing them for war to get ready to send these ICBM thermonuclear missiles to America, which is Babylon the Great, to destroy this place. Okay, so we know the Lord is stirring up the hatred in the Russians, against America, which is Babylon the Great. Okay, I'm going to continue on. And I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. That's right. All of them with nuclear capabilities. Okay. All of them will have nuclear capabilities, man. All right. We know that not too long ago, Russia, had a joint military exercise, with China and Iran. Okay. They're preparing for war to get ready to do what? Come up against America, which is Babylon the Great. Okay. Again, we know the Lord is stirring up the hatred in these Russians to come up against America, which is Babylon the Great, to destroy this place, man. Okay, I'm going to continue on to verse 5. Persia, okay, and we know Persia, that's talking about Iran. Okay, that's Iran. I'm going to continue on. Ethiopia, and we know Ethiopia, that's the Cushites. Okay, I'm going to continue on. And Libya with them, that's right. In Libya, we know that's the so-called North Africans, man. Okay, I'm going to continue on. All of them with shield and helmet. That's right, so we know that they're going to be with Russia, okay, to come up against America, which is Babylon the Great. I'm going to continue on to verse 6. This is Ezekiel 38, verse 6. Gomer, that's right, it says Gomer, okay, and we know Gomer, that's talking about Turkey, all right, that's Turkey, man, okay, and we're seeing these different deals, that Turkey has with Russia, okay, and you see how Russia has this S-400 deal with Turkey. Okay, you're seeing how the leaders of Turkey are disregarding, what the leaders of America, which is Babylon the Great, has to say. Okay, and doing, what's in their best interest to do, man. Okay, even though that they're a part, of NATO, man. Okay, we're starting to see that they're turning against this place, man. They're turning against America, which is Babylon the Great. So I'm going to read from the top again. This is Ezekiel 38, verse 6. Gomer, all right, again, that's talking about Turkey, and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. I'm going to continue on to verse 7. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. That's right. And we know Russia will be a guard unto these different nations. Okay, you see, Turkey has deals, with Russia, with these S-400s. They're getting ready to come up against America, which is Babylon the Great. All right, they're preparing for war. Okay, and last month you seen, in October, that Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, met with African leaders. Okay. And agreed to over 500 agreements, okay, worth $12 billion, okay? So we're starting to see these prophecies coming to pass, okay? And I'm going to get one more, okay? But the point is, hey, we see that Russia, will be a guard unto these nations, man, all right? So let me get this in Revelation 17. Verse 16. This is Revelation 17, verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast. That's right. And we know the 10 horns, is the EU. All right. It says, which thou sawest upon the beast. Okay. And we know the beast is NATO. All right. So that's talking about NATO and the EU. All right. So let me read this from the top again. This is Revelation 17, verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. And who's the whore? America, which is Babylon the Great. Okay, that's the whore. All right, it says, but you see the point. It says, these shall hate the whore. Okay, so we know that the allies of America, which is Babylon the Great, will turn against this place. All right, and we're going to see what they're going to do. I'm going to continue on. And shall make her desolate and naked. That's right, so they're going to show her shame. I'm going to continue on. And shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. That's right, and how they're going to eat her flesh and burn her with fire? By sending those ICBM thermonuclear missiles over here to America, which is Babylon the Great, to destroy this place. Okay? That's what's going to happen. All right? The allies of America, will turn against this place. All right? And this place will be utterly burnt up and destroyed. All right, but with that said, Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule and teach well, and peace and salutations to the elect, the 1/3 pushing his truth in all truth and sincerity. To you, brothers, say shalom.